Today, Michael Bisping wears a glass eye, one that he took off during his podcast, Believe You Me, to show the world the extent of the damage. The sequence is straight out of a fiction or horror film sequence. Well, how did it happen? Let's get into the video directly and keep watching the video till the end. There's much more than you think, so let's continue. Michael Bisping is a truly remarkable man who has achieved prominence due to his many miraculous missions. You'll be shocked to learn that he was an English sports analyst, actor, commentator, and martial artist who covered the UFC's middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. So guys, let me introduce you a wonderful man, born on February 8th, 1979 on a British military post in Nicosia and grew up in Clitheroe, Lancashire. His father is a distinguished British Army officer of Polish descent. You'll be surprised to learn that Michael's mother was Irish and a famous lady of her time. Do you know what Michael Bisping's height and weight is? He stands at 6 feet tall and weighs 185 pounds. People are particularly interested in learning about Michael Bisping's educational background. In Wilmington, Lancashire, England, he had his early schooling at St. Augustine's Roman Catholic High School. Do you know that he was an average student who achieved amazing success when he entered high school at 16 and obtained a bachelor's degree from a public US state? At 8, Michael Bisping began his martial arts career, skipping school to train and compete across the United Kingdom. Michael's father, Jan Bisping, saw a distinct talent in his son's martial arts skills, but on the other hand, Michael dropped out of school at 16 and worked a series of dead-end jobs. So after momentarily retiring from fighting again in 1998, Bisping returned to kickboxing to win the Pro British Light Heavyweight title for the second time. Soon after earning his second kickboxing title, he was obliged to leave his full-time training for a real job. He worked as an upholsterer, postman, tiller, plasterer, and salesman in factories, slaughterhouses, and demolition firms. He was a true master from the start. Bisping began boxing, kickboxing, and karate training less than a year later, on the recommendation of Alan Clarkin, proprietor of Black Knights Kickboxing, who recognized the potential in him. Bisping had a brief but successful kickboxing career, winning the Northwest area and Pro British Light Heavyweight. Michael promptly resumed training and was scheduled to engage in his first mixed martial arts fight in April of 2004. On April 10, 2004, Michael Bisping made his MMA debut against Steve Matthews, knocking out his opponent in under a minute. After that, Dan Hardy labeled Michael Bisping as unstoppable. After that, Michael would fight practically every month, winning almost all of his battles via early knockouts or submissions. Hey, please wait a minute. Wait a moment right there. Let's do this quick drill, shall we? If you guys enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and smash the bell icon so you stay connected and updated. Let's continue. On April 4th, 2004, Bisping made his professional mixed martial arts debut, defeating Steve Matthews in 38-second submission victory at the Pride and Glory Battle of the Ages. Bisping got his first knockout against John Ware at UK MMA Challenge Rage and Fury a month later. If you want to hear about a spectacular match with the King of Power, then join us. Bisping was slated to face the veteran Renato Sobral at Cage Rage in his third MMA match. However, his opponent pulled out 10 days before the event. So instead, Bisping won the Cage Rage Light Heavyweight title by technical knockout over Mark Epstein. Bisping defended his title against Epstein in a rematch at Cage Rage, winning by knockout to cement his status as one of England's finest light heavyweight fighters. UFC dubbed him the Great British Hope due to his performance. Bisping made his cage kickboxing debut against David Brown in a light heavyweight bout at the Ultimate Fight Club UK, Natural Instinct, on January 29, 2005. Because Brown was badly hurt, Bisping won by medical stoppage in round 2. On April 30, 2005, Bisping made his promotional debut at Ultimate Force, defeating Dave Redford to claim the vacant Cage Warriors light heavyweight title. Bisping later faced Cyril Diaberi in a light heavyweight cage kickboxing match at CWFC Strikeforce 1 on May 21, 2005 and lost by decision after the first extra round. On June 18, 2005, he won the FX3 light heavyweight title, and for a time he ruled over the UK's major federations. Bisping defeated Mika Mammoth in his maiden Cage Warriors Championship defense on July 16, 2005 at CWFC Strikeforce 2. After some time has passed, Bisping's light heavyweight title was seized from him by Cage Rage in September of 2005 because the management concerns, despite Cage Warriors' assertion that Bisping was willing to defend his title but is being penalized apparently by Cage Rage owing to his Wolf Slayer and Cage Warriors links. Nevertheless, Bisping successfully defended his Cage Warriors championship against Jacob Lofstad and Ross Point in the CWFC's Strikeforce series of events near the end of 2005. Compiling a 10-win, 0-loss record, Bisping started on April 6th of 2016 when he had been cast in the film XXX Return of Xander Cage. Bisping confirmed that he's a fan of the 1990s television series Twin Peaks later. In the sports drama film My Name is Lenny, he played Roy Shaw. Bisping also appeared in a brief cameo in the 2018 film Den of Thieves. Bisping was revealed as one of the 4 presenters of the reality competition series Hyperdrive, which will premiere on Netflix on August 21st, 2019 in the summer of 2018. Based on Mark Turley's book, Bisping will star in a boxing film named The Journeyman, released in November of 2020. Bisping has won some titles and awards throughout his career, including International Fighter of the Year in 2008 and 2012, as well as the Performance of the Night on 2 occasions, being the first non-American to win the Ultimate Fighter and being the first British fighter, yes, the first to win a UFC title. He also works as an actor, having risen to prominence in films and television shows such as Beatdown, Hollyoaks Letter, and The Anomaly. Michael Bisping is currently filming a thriller with well-known actors. His living style demonstrates an excellent actor, commentator, and human being. You'll be saddened to learn that Michael sustained a serious eye injury while wrestling and that an event occurred with him in which one tricky topic of his eye damage suffered at the hands and feet of Victor Belfort back in 2013. Bisping suffered a detached retina due to the incident, and while the Count was able to return, his 2020 vision did not. Bisping's right eye had been in horrible shape since the bout, but how awful was it for the rest of his career? Look at this! Bisping continued, pulling down his lower right eyelid, shoving his fingers in and pulling out a prosthetic eyeball that covered his real eye. Unhealthy high. Do you know what I'm talking about, gentlemen? He is a fantastic individual with a lot of potential. What's more impressive than Michael Bisping's fighting in the UFC with an injured eye is that he faced some of the hardest opponents he's ever met. Not only that, but The Count had also defeated most of his opponents. Michael Bisping defeated UFC icon Anderson Silva to reclaim the middleweight belt from Luke Rock, who had been injured. Bisping had to change his training and fighting approach due to the event, but that didn't stop him from winning UFC gold. Fighting at a high level in MMA is hard enough. How much more if the fighter only has one functioning eye, but Bisping still pushed through. It was hard since he would lose when he would fight against top talented soldiers like Luke Rockhold and Tim Kennedy. Bisping looked like he would be a gatekeeper against rising contenders, but would never even fight for the title once. But credit to Bisping for not giving up. He still believed in himself and focused on winning. Bisping went on to beat CB Dollaway and Thales Leitz all via decision. He then got an opportunity to fight all-time great and former middleweight champion Anderson Silva. Bisping had a performance for the ages. He proved that he wanted to win more, and he did. At the last seconds of round 4, Bisping's mouthpiece went out and he pointed it out with referee Herb Dean. While in the moment, of course, Anderson Silva landed a flying knee that knocked Bisping out just about the end of the round. Silva celebrated as if he won the fight, but the Dean did not waive the conflict and continued the next round. Bisping went on to win via unanimous decision. Damn! Shocking the world! It was cancelled just weeks before Weidman vs. Rockhold 2 due to Weidman's injury. Bisping was more than ready for the opportunity of a lifetime. He was expected to lose since Rockhold already beat him, and he took the fight quickly. Bisping was a heavy underdog, but Bisping couldn't slip this opportunity, eh? Rockhold may have been overconfident and underestimated Bisping, putting his hands down. That was when Bisping landed a hook that rocked Luke Rockhold, and then Bisping went for the finish. That night, Bisping became the new middleweight champion, and considering how he did it with just one eye is jaw-dropping. Bisping called out Dan Henderson, who knocked him out before and wanted to avenge his loss. However, fans did not like the matchup since Henderson was not even a top 10 ranked fighter. Bisping may have won the majority of the rounds in the fight, but there were moments when he got hurt badly. Bisping successfully defended his belt for the first time. He then injured, forcing an interim title fight for Whittaker vs. Romero. Bisping vs. GSP. Once it was ready for unification, Whittaker was injured in GSP's return. It was a super fight that Bisping accepted as it allows fighting GSP and gets a massive payday. Bisping was also the bigger guy and has been active, while GSP has not fought since he vacated his belt at the welterweight. GSP was much faster and more athletic, but Bisping was getting better as the fight went on. Unfortunately, GSP timed a counter that led to a rear naked choke that put Bisping to sleep. 3 weeks after losing his belt, he fought again against Kelvin Gastelum. It was not a good idea considering he was coming off a brutal loss. In the first round, Gastelum knocked him out brutally. Then Bisping decided to hang it up for good. Michael Bisping entered the UFC Hall of Fame in July of 2019 and is one of the most influential people in the development of MMA in the UK. Michael remains the only British fighter to capture UFC gold, but he paved the way for the aspiring boxers in the UK. Overall, Bisping had a fantastic MMA career as an MMA fighter. He was against fighters who used PEDs. Michael Bisping started as the UFC's British fighter, but ended up as one of their most successful men in and out of the cage. He played every role in his career: the hot young prospect, the comeback kid, the hero, the heel, the commentator, and the champion. There will never be another like him. He is currently residing in Orange County, California, and at the age of 42, he is living a magnificent life of fame, love, and riches. His income is steadily increasing and his net worth is estimated to be in the millions. A great dude with a lot of ideas and effort. I hope you have thoroughly appreciated Michael Bisping's story, so let us know whether it was justified or not, how all of this happened. We'll be back with more, so don't forget to save us by the bell and check for updates. See you there!